Hey everyone, Dash Attack here. Now, I know this is old news, but I'm sure you've all probably heard about the stupid content warning in the Tomb Raider Remastered collection. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered. Now, like, talked about other, like, trigger warnings before, but this really is, like, the worst trigger warning to ever be put into a game. So basically, Crystal Dynamics all but calls the roots of the Tomb Raider franchise racist and harmful. No, inexcusable. All right, I'll read it. The games in this collection contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudice. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our values at Crystal Dynamics. Rather than remove this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form, unaltered, in the hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it. So funny, Tomb Raider is one of the most celebrated game franchises all time, and you're telling me the first three games are all like inexcusable, like inexcusably racist? Like, come on. So I originally made a comment about the warning and about how RazörFist assured that the Embracer Group was going to like be good stewards of the franchise in one of his older videos, and I was like, oh man, it doesn't look like they're doing much stewarding. Looks like Embracer's completely on board, but I eventually came to the conclusion that Razor actually goes on in this video I was sent about how, because I later found out that the collection was actually remastered by Aspire, the people that are typically handle a lot of the older Star Wars ports. So we're gonna watch Razor's video, and I don't always agree with this guy, but like I feel like I completely agree with him here.
We jump in because we're gonna see the stupid, cheesy, woke disclaimer about all the offensive content in this game.
You should give that background, yeah.
We gotta point this out because there will be people. I had someone reply to me, well, you're playing this even after Crystal Dynamics behaved the way they were? Gang, Crystal Dynamics had nothing to do with this game. And that statement, I firmly believe, was an attempt to sabotage this, the first good Tomb Raider game in a long, long time.
I agree.
Okay? Crystal Dynamics had nothing to do with this. They opposed the remasters being made at every turn. Aspire made this. Aspire, the guys who make all those great ports and whatever. And they've done a couple of, what was it, Torn or something that they did that was an original game. Anyways, Crystal Dynamics opposed it being made because they thought that it would undermine the woke, terrible, flat-chested Lara Croft that they're currently pinching out in their current ongoing Tomb Raider series. And they're in the depths of trying to reboot Tomb Raider with kind of a unified looking Lara Croft that looks a little bit more like old Lara Croft, but is kind of, they took all the rough edges, and by that I mean cup size, out of her, kind of made her mannish, and the leaks, all of which have turned out to be true thus far, by the way, suggest that Lara Croft is going to be lesbian in their version. So you can see why Crystal Dynamics are pissed that this is happening. Because if this game comes out and sells better than the current terrible Tomb Raider titles, then, oops, sorry guys, I had the alerts off for a second there. If this game comes out and sells better than the current terrible Tomb Raider titles, then probably Embracer comes in and says, hey, this thing outsold your last several games. You guys should go back to making real Tomb Raider games. So that's what the statement is about. Not only should you not let Crystal Dynamics' silly wokeness and this goofy little disclaimer at the beginning of the game turn you off, you should buy 2 copies because of it. Because Crystal Dynamics don't want this game to sell. They don't want the remasters to do well, and you should lift them the finger.
Yeah, so I actually completely agree with Razor on this one. I think this was kind of a way to like for Crystal Dynamics to like say our stuff is better, which is kind of a shame because I liked the first Tomb Raider reboot. They did the 2013 one, and I also liked Tomb Raider Legend. And I didn't beat Underworld, but I did play Anniversary. I know they were behind that. So, but I do believe Crystal Dynamics has now really gone into that I guess like what Razor says, like into that modern direction. And yeah, they want to force their reformed version of Lara Croft where like fans have been asking for like the old school. Hell, I would have been fine if they just went back to like the Underworld and Legends Lara Croft. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna eventually get the game, and I'll record myself playing the entire trilogy at some point. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Dash Attack out.